The cool days of October mean red-hot action on ESPN. Baseball Tonight covers the race for the pennant every night. Top teams show their true colors on live college football Saturdays. And every Sunday, NFL Game Day and NFL Primetime cover the pro scene. Top players go for broke in 2 of the PGA Tour's richest tournaments. And the auto racing season charges toward a fabulous finish. October sizzles on ESPN.
Out in the Mojave, at 110 degrees, nobody thinks about Nynex computer software and how Nynex Field Watch helps Pepsi keep all 70,000 of their vending machines up and working. Nobody has to think about it.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Welcome to the TNT Monster Truck Challenge on ESPN. Today we review the last weekend of racing in 1989 when the Equalizer claimed the World Championship, edging the Carolina Crusher to be crowned the king of monster truck racing.
Now you can get kitchens and bathrooms from Time Life Books' popular series, Home Repair and Improvement, for just $1.99. I'll be back to tell you how.
Hi, I'm Bob Vila. You know, for years I've been helping people turn average homes into their dream houses, like Dave and Marianne Corbett.
That's right, Bob. You know, for one thing, the kitchen, it's too dark.
Maybe some track lighting would help.
We're also thinking of putting new tiles in here.
Hey, that's a great idea. They'll stand up to all kinds of wear and tear. Most people don't realize how easy it is to transform a home and increase its value with a few simple projects. All it takes is a little imagination, a little hard work, and the right tools, including the Home Repair and Improvement series from Time Life Books. These books will help you with practically any home improvement job. From cutting new bathroom tiles, to laying them, to sealing the grout, even if it's as involved as rewiring for new lighting or replacing a sink. These books can give you all the help you'll need. Well, Dave, I can see you guys have done a lot in the past couple of weeks.
That's right, Bob. I've added the new track lighting.
We even built this island.
To order your first book, Kitchens and Bathrooms, just call this toll-free number for a free 15-day examination. Other books will follow, one about every other month, on the same free trial basis, like plumbing, adding on, and walls and ceilings. So what do you two have planned next?
Well, in the living room...
We're planning to turn one wall into an entertainment center.
Time Life's Home Repair and Improvement series can even help you with that. Remember, your home is your single biggest investment. With a little effort, a little imagination, and a little help from Time Life Books, you can make sure it keeps on growing in value.
Call now for your free examination of kitchens and bathrooms. If you decide to keep it, pay just $1.99. That's $10 off the regular price. Future volumes will follow about every other month with the same free examination. Buy only the ones you want, cancel anytime. As an added bonus, you'll also get the Stanley tape measure free. So pick up the phone. We're ready to take your call.
Shake, rattle, and roll into ESPN Saturday Night Thunder. Every week, experience the blinding speed and hair-raising danger of motorsports mania. The night kicks off with Speed Week. Then beware of flying objects. Cap off the night with live USAC midget and sprint races. It's the madness of Saturday Night Thunder, only on ESPN.
Friends may be a real player for a world championship in 1990, but here, a little over overmatched when he tried to tackle the equalizer in Freedom Hall. David Morris really laying down a shot in Freedom Hall. One more time, let's watch equalizer. David Morris, Buffalo Trevor with John Kwasniewski in an exciting side-by-side run at Louisville, Kentucky's Freedom Hall. More monsters coming right up on ESPN.
Education. Oh, you know how much college costs these days? But I'm not worried. I own part of a toy company and something called a mutual fund. You see, Grandpa set up an account for me at Charles Schwab. When I'm ready for college, my money will be waiting for me at Schwab. Grandpa used to call me Ty Cobb. Now he calls me Tycoon.
We give you more ways to succeed.
Good news? I still got a few. My IRAs used to be all over town. Banks, mutual fund companies. Now they're all at Schwab, so I can move between investments easier. I bought some zeros, mutual funds, then switched to blue chips, all in the same Schwab IRA. Now when a good opportunity comes along, home run.
We give you more ways to succeed.
The high-speed, fender-banging battles of a short track make it anyone's race.
And both of them spin! And Jeff Bodine takes the lead.
NASCAR's first Union 400, Monday night, only on ESPN.
Smash against David Morris's equalizer. Porter knew his chances were dwindling, but certainly to have any chance left, basically, he was going to have to beat the equalizer here. No way. David Morris, closing 1989 with wheels on fire, gets the victory as Freedom Hall erupts and roars. Morris won it.
David Morris, it could be a beautiful ending to a beautiful year here, but even though you're a rookie, you seem to be taking all this in great stride.
Yeah, Gary Cook, the owner of Monster Truck, we come in this last point race here, and he said to go for it.
There's no backing into the title for the equalizer. It's all out racing to the end. We'll see how 1989 wraps up in just a moment.
Do you know what open-end mutual funds are?
The Wall Street Journal Guide to Understanding Money and Markets tells you in clear, simple English.
Do you know how to spot trends in stocks?
And what stock options are?
And zero coupon bonds?
And the difference between Treasury bills and Treasury notes?
Everything you want to know about the sometimes baffling world of money and investing is in this remarkable 120-page book. And now it's yours free when you subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. Call now and you can have 13 weeks of the Wall Street Journal and this valuable 120-page Guide to Understanding Money and Markets. That's 13 weeks of the Journal for the news and ideas you need every business day. And this guide free, which tells you everything you want to know about money and markets, now for only $34. Call toll-free 800-642-7400. Today's Wall Street Journal. Faster, tougher, smarter. Call 800-642-7400 now.
Hi, I'm Jerry McInnes, and it occurs to me that we all have the responsibility of taking care of our environment. Let's get together and work on it. You can make a world of difference.
So the Renegades TNT Monster Truck Challenge champion would be crowned in Freedom Hall, Louisville, Kentucky. one more night of racing as all the superstars of monster truck racing, the Major League TNT, had them assemble the battle one more time. You get a good look at them all up close and personal. Then they strapped on the helmets, put on the gloves, hopped inside these huge 10 to 15,000 pound monsters, and went side by side one more time in 1989. Here's the man who is headed for a world championship, David Morris, in the equalizer. This guy is Clydesdale and Bennett Clark. Bennett's from Powder Springs, Georgia. Very likable, very exciting young man. But here in the first round, he knew he was taking on a whole bunch of monster truck with David Morris and the equalizer ready to go. Now, equalizer knew coming in, he just had to play it safe. But that is not David Morris's style. Against Clydesdale, he was ready to go all out for victory. Side by side, round number 1 in Louisville. Here's how it happened. With that victory, David Morris and the equalizer actually mathematically wrapped up the World Championship.
Well, David Morris, you're inching ever so close to being that national champion. What's going through your mind right now?
Beating every one of these guys here tonight. I'm going to try to take this weekend with a win.
Going to go out of here to blaze the glory and be a national champion, huh?
That's what I plan on, Army.
Good luck. We'll be watching you.
Thanks.
Dave Wysorek's beautiful Nightlife Chevrolet. This truck won the prestigious Astrodome TNT Monster Truck event earlier in 1989.
Which publication tells you about hundreds of great jobs open across the country right now? High-paying professional, managerial, and technical jobs. The National Business Employment Weekly. Which publication helps you land one of those jobs with articles on how to sharpen your resume, how to shine in interviews, how to market yourself. The National Business Employment Weekly. Which publication helps you do better after you land a great job, get along with your boss, get a raise, get promoted. The National Business Employment Weekly, published by the Wall Street Journal. It's all you need besides your own ability to land and do well in the kind of job you've been looking for, in a part of the country you'll enjoy at a salary you could be proud of. It's all you need. Get the National Business Employment Weekly at your newsstand, or order by credit card and get 8 issues by first-class mail for $35. Call 800-372-3000. 800-372-3000. The National Business Employment Weekly. Don't make a career move without it.
Experience the danger and excitement of short track racing. See the Haynes Activewear 500 Sunday afternoon live on ESPN.
You heard it going into the break. Both guys very cocky, confident, aggressive, and not afraid to tell the other one all about it. Mike Wine, the Jersey Outlaw Ford, and the Gravedigger Chevrolet. Dennis Anderson, even kind of a North-South Civil War. The Jersey Outlaw coming obviously from New Jersey, Gravedigger, a Virginia-based truck. Side by side. Looked like a missile. He was headed out of Freedom Hall, straight up and down. Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger, watching slow-mo. Can you believe it? Wow, straight up and down, 90-degree angle. Luckily for Anderson, the bounce sent him forward, but Jersey Outlaw got the win over Dennis Anderson's Gravedigger. One of the most wild runs of 1989 came at the end. David Morris can get over the superstition he's had with the silver flag and is willing to carry it one final time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, kind of a unique situation here. We've been teasing him all year long. He's superstitious, would not carry the flag, but you get to keep it the longest of anybody. You get to keep it till next year.
That's a great feeling. I'm glad to have his flag now. I didn't want it at first, but I've got it now, and I hope we can keep it.
So the Equalizer, driven by the sensational rookie David Morris, claims the World Championship on the 1989 TNT Monster Truck Challenge. Chris, what can we look forward to next week?
Next week here on ESPN, we're going to highlight the first weekend of racing in 1990 in Charleston, West Virginia. Gravedigger and the Jersey Outlaws did a lot of boasting at the end of the 1989 season about their prowess and how great they were. Well, now it's time for them to either put up or shut up.
We'll see them in action, as well as the Buffalo Tremor and several other of top trucks, the superstars of monster truck racing, right here on ESPN. Till next time, for Chris Chapman, I'm Scott Douglas, and we'll see you here on the ESPN TNT Monster Truck Challenge.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
Coming up next on SportsCenter, under the circumstances, the news in Buffalo is Jim Dandy. While in Kansas City, the chief concern is a little pinky. The Niners relied last night on Carter's little thrills. Mighty Mike hopes to slice up his next victim, a man named Razor. For Pete's sake, Princeton's in the top 25, and you'll meet the NHL's second leading scorer, who almost nobody knows, but you will on SportsCenter. Well, hi again, everybody. Welcome back to the ESPN SportsCenter, along with Tom Mees. I'm Charlie Steiner. Here we are, 2 weeks to go in the regular season, and who do you got? You got Jeff Hostetler, and Matt Cavanaugh, and Steve Pallor, and Peter Tom Willis, and Mike Tomczak, and Frank Reich. These are the guys that are going to have to carry the banner for playoff-bound teams. Amazing.
And in the New York metropolitan area, the one name you don't have is Phil Simms. You know, Charlie, Week 15 of the NFL season was not a good one for quarterbacks. If you just run down the list there, just ask the folks in Kansas City and Buffalo and the greater New York City area, where it appears now that the NFL Giants will have to live without quarterback Phil Simms for a while. Simms severely sprained his right foot in Saturday's loss to the Buffalo Bills. Now, the Giants have put Simms on the injured reserve list, which means he'll be out for at least 4 weeks. This would mean the Giants would play their first playoff game without Phil Simms at quarterback. Backup QB Jeff Hostetler replaces Simms and will make just his third NFL start Sunday when the Giants travel to Arizona to meet the Phoenix Cardinals.
And still ahead on this edition of SportsCenter, the Niners' road to three-peating is littered with quarterback carnage.
And when we come back, we'll look back at the Niners' win last night in Anaheim that assured the San Francisco team home field advantage again throughout the playoffs.
ESPN SportsCenter, brought to you by Bud Light. Everything else is just a light.
Wild thing. It is a wild thing. Come shout and sing, join in the ring. It could be queen or it could be king. You go your way and I'll go mine. As long as you just make it fine.
Good times roll with the clean, fresh taste of Bud Light. It won't fill you up, never let you down.
The new 20-valve 200 Quattro from Audi has just arrived.
The bustle of the season can wear a body down.
You need a place, an oasis to bring yourself around.
Break from the pace, take 5 from the race. You know the one McDonald is
Holiday Shopper Survival Days at McDonald's. Take a break where the welcome's warm, the food's hot, and the service is fast.
McDonald's, for food folks are fun.
It's Holiday Shopper Survival Days at McDonald's.
Check out this stack-on tool chest. This would make a great gift. 224 benchtop tools, 3 different ratchet drives. This would make some guy very happy. What a fantastic present.
I get the hint.
Well, the Niners' win over the Rams last night in Anaheim went fairly well as predicted. After all, San Francisco made it 18 straight on the road and 8 of its last 9 against the Rams in sunny Southern California. The Niners, as a result of the victory, will enjoy all the comforts of home throughout the NFC playoffs. After the weekend injuries to Phil Simms' ankle and Jim Harbaugh's shoulder, Joe Montana's top priority last night was to come out of the Niners' rivalry game with the Rams in Anaheim healthy and then victorious. Mission accomplished on both counts, and as a result, the San Francisco 49ers have achieved home field advantage throughout the NFC playoffs.
The Knicks have been playing well of late, winning their last 3 games with Patrick Ewing averaging over 30 points in those 3 contests. The Knicks also beat the Lakers when they played in L.A. last month. Now, the Lakers are hot. They've won 11 of their last 13, and they've won at Madison Square Garden the last 6 times they've played there. Something for the Knicks to think about with a 4-6 home record. Now here's a look at the other 9 games tonight in the NBA.
In the NBA, we work hard to be the best. That's what makes us stars. You gotta start from the ground up. The NBA, this got class, this got style.
Be a part of the game. NBA Authentics, the official clothing and equipment used during NBA games. NBA Authentics and you, made for each other.
You can be what you want, and you are what you wear. Right, Vladdy?
NBA stvarno se zaista tvrda.
In any language, NBA Authentics, the real stuff.
Your headquarters for officially licensed NBA merchandise is Merril Harmon's Fanfare in shopping malls coast to coast.
Sunday night, the Denver Broncos, armed and ready for this AFC West shootout. The Seattle Seahawks will try to bust the Broncos. Live at 8 Eastern on ESPN Sunday Night NFL.
Yes, if there's one hoop game in college basketball that defines contrast, it's tomorrow night on ESPN. Top-ranked UNLV, the defending kings of the college basketball world, will host 25th-ranked Princeton. The Tigers are 7-0, with all their wins, all their games on the road. UNLV, the most talented team in the land, is chock full of full scholarship athletes. They meet Princeton, chock full of scholars, none of them on a full ride to play basketball. But don't feel sorry for Coach Pete Carrill and his Tigers. I know UNLV won't feel sorry.
There's a level of arrogance, greed, and exploitation in this sport that could be controlled. And it really will not take a great deal to do that, setting up a national commission of some sort, using the Occupational Safety and Health Administration to regulate the sport. We should not allow the exploitation of human beings, whether they're boxers or just individuals, to continue. And I think that it's going to be a very long time before any of this happens. But you're right. I mean, in terms of the great scheme of things, this is not priority number one.
This is E-SPAN, not C-SPAN. The Congress may pack a mighty political wallop, but Evander Holyfield has to worry about someone who hits even harder, namely George Foreman, come April 19th in Atlantic City.
I'll have a burger, fries, and a Coke. At least that's what George would say to that. In the NHL scoring race, there is a Pittsburgh Penguin right near the top.
And it's not Mario. He still hasn't played a lick. But John Cullen has. Who? This guy. We'll tell you all about him when we come back.
Oil changes, brake service, tune-ups. Leasing a car may not be as easy on your checkbook as you think. Unless you lease an Audi. Then we pay for all that, which leaves your checkbook free for other things.
Darling, after 10 years, the only thing I'd change about you is your clothes.
Bugle boy.
Why don't you try this one on first?
Oh, good. Energizer batteries on sale.
So what did you get for Peter?
A truck. Batteries not included. A video game. Batteries not included. A robot. Batteries not included.
Now to some baseball news. Half a dozen cities remain in the running for expansion teams in the National League come 1993, according to the chairman of the expansion committee, Douglas Danforth. Buffalo, Denver, Miami, Orlando, Tampa, St. Pete, and Washington, D.C. However, Bob Rich, who is going to bankroll the Buffalo franchise, has reportedly removed himself from the running. Popular thinking is Miami's just about a lead pipe cinch to win a franchise. The battle for the other one's going to be between Tampa, St. Pete, and Orlando, we're told.
In Pittsburgh, Steve Cyphers, ESPN.
That was the opposing announcer. Imagine how excited the home announcers get when Cullen scores. Here's a look at tonight's NHL schedule, including the Penguins at home in the Igloo against Winnipeg.
This month, an HBO original movie reveals how a bomb killed 270 people in an airline tragedy over Lockerbie, Scotland. How did the terrorist group plant it? Could these groups have stopped it? The government, West German police, airport security, the airline. See the shocking inside story of Flight 103, as it would only be told on HBO.
Before they could walk, they wanted to dance. Before they could talk, they wanted to sing. But they needed a lot of heart and desire before they could get to Broadway and make it on a chorus line. Now this Broadway legend is back and on tour. But if you want tickets, get to the box office early and get out your Visa card. Because this show won't be in town long, and it won't take American Express. Visa, it's everywhere you want to be.
Wednesday night, Illinois takes on Missouri. Then it's David versus Goliath. UNLV is ready to defend their national title. Princeton is looking to become giant killers. Wednesday night, live on ESPN.
And before we get on out of here, I want to tell you Joe Montana is the Sports Illustrated Sportsman of the Year for 1990. And what's so amazing about it, he's the only NFL solo Sportsman of the Year ever on the SI cover. With that, we're out of here. I'm Charlie Steiner.
I'm Tom Mees. College basketball up next. Indiana at Kentucky. John Saunders standing by to guide you through the game. Have a good time.
ESPN SportsCenter, brought to you by HBO, simply the best. And by Visa. It's everywhere you want to be.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.
We'll have to get you out of navy blue.
And Cheech has got it on the right edge, trying to draw it back just a little. Looking real good.
No more, Mr. Nice Guy.
Got it in the middle of the fairway.
Orville Moody at 17, 2 under par, 1 off the lead.
Orville got a real break in that. He watched Dave Hill's putt immediately before his and knew exactly the line. Most of the guys have been misreading that putt today.
Well, that's what's called paying attention and going to school.
So it's Chi-Chi. He's at 3 under par. The Sarge goes to 2 under and trails by 1, along with D. Ray Simon and Tommy Aaron.
The Yardman mower on the left has all the quality features of the high-priced mower on the right, except one, the high price. Yardman. Everything the high-priced mowers have, except the high price. The Yardman tractor on the left has all the quality features of the high-priced tractor on the right, except one, the high price. Yardman. Everything the high-priced tractors have, except the high price.
When it comes to making great wheels look their best, Eagle One doesn't miss a beat. Eagle One, masters in the art of visual perfection. Eagle One's professional guide to auto detailing available now at participating retailers.
You're stuck in traffic, slumped in your seat. Bumpa-da-bumpa, beat to beat. Drive through. Hey, you. Drive through. Drive through. Drive through. For breakfast at McDonald's. We got everything under the sun. OJ cereal, what do you say? Try a brand muffin to start your day. You can get it to go. And you can take it on the road. Drive through for breakfast at McDonald's. Food, folks, and fun. Got everything under the sun.
At long last, almond lovers have something big to celebrate. Hershey's Kisses with almonds. The big idea.
Hi, I'm Corey Everson. Join us for body shaping. We'll give you fitness tips to look your best.
And nutrition and health advice to help you feel great too.
Yeah, so watch Body Shaping.
Right here on ESPN.
Outstanding field, tightly bunched. Live first-round coverage continuing of the Bell Atlantic St. Christopher's Classic. Chi-Chi by 1. D. Ray Simon is finished up. Orville Moody, moments before, with 2 under 68s. And there is Miller Barber. That was for a par. And we'd like to apologize. An error with tournament scoring. They had Miller Barber's score on the backside wrong. He was even par. And we go to 17, Larry Mower.
It's a hard game when other people make bogeys for you. Get your score wrong.
Bite.
Whoa.
Whoa, baby.
Standing here with Orville and his daughter, Michelle. Michelle's worked for you about a year. There's pros and cons of having one of your offspring work for you. Let's talk a little bit about how you got hooked up bringing her out on the tour.
Well, it was her idea. I didn't even think about it, and I was looking for a caddy, and she said something about, why can't I caddy for you, Daddy? And I said, well, you want to try? That's fine with me. I didn't even think she wanted to, and sure enough, she came out, and she's done a great job.
Well, Michelle, you've been here about a year. What do you need to do to kind of whip your dad across the finish line here this week?
I don't know, just get him to hit those putts harder, I guess. We've been hitting them a little easy, and they bounce off line, so we can hit them a little firmer.
Well, you've got the caddy lingo down. We kind of hit him pretty good, but it was remarkable how dry the course was today, in spite of all the rain. Walking on the fairways and on the greens, I thought it was very playable.
The course is very dry in most spots. Now, in the low places, of course, the water stood a little bit, and it's a little wet, but as a whole, the course is playing really great, I think.
Well, we all know that you put the long putter on the map. A lot of guys are trying to copy your method. You've been very successful with it. How many different methods have you tried before you came on to that long putter and the method you have?
There's really no telling how many. It's probably 25 or 30 different ways. I've tried even putting with my eyes closed and cross-handed bass-backwards with putter and just many, many different things. Even with a real short putter, I putted for a while. And I tried, a putter a little longer than a normal putter for a few times and tried it every different way I could do it. And there's just no telling how many ways I tried it. And this one here just really hit it off.
Orville, good luck the rest of the week. Thanks, Michelle. Back to Jim Kelly.
All right, it's lunchtime now. Michelle gets a little apple.
Get a little break.
There's your leaderboard.
Jonathan Wessner.
If you're having a party and you want it to be the best looking party in all history, come to the paper party, something special and new. The paper party, we're here to serve you. We've got plates for the food and cups for the beer. We've got decorations for occasions all through the year. Come to the paper party, something special and new. The paper party, we're here to serve you.
Come to the paper party.
I got the job.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah.
So, who told you about the National Business Employment Weekly? Who told you it has hundreds of high-paying jobs open all across the country? Professional, technical, managerial.
I thought I told you about it. How the articles help you get a job. Write sharper resumes. Have better interviews.
No. I told you, remember? How to get along with your boss, get a raise, get promoted.
Let me see. You told me about the great jobs in the National Business Employment Weekly.
And the help in landing them. And doing better on the job.
So I really owe my new job to you?
Well...
Thank you, sweetheart. I told him.
Get the National Business Employment Weekly at your newsstand or order by credit card and get 8 issues by first-class mail for $35. Call 800-372-3000. 800-372-3000. The National Business Employment Weekly.
Don't make a career move without it.
Do you like to draw, sketch, or doodle? Well, if you do, you'll want to enter this month's art contest from Art Instruction Schools with over $8,000 in prizes. Here's how easy it is. Just call toll-free and Art Instruction Schools will send you this Draw Me art folder without cost or obligation. When you receive it, simply draw one of these interesting characters and mail it back to us. Each drawing is individually judged and 5 winners are selected each month. The purpose of our contest is to find prospective students who are motivated and like art. Only amateurs are eligible and complete rules are in the Draw Me folder. So call or write today. It's fun and exciting, and you could be a winner. To receive your free Draw Me art folder, call this toll-free number or write to Art Contest and give your name, address, and age. Don't delay, call this number now.
Do you know what open-end mutual funds are?
The Wall Street Journal Guide to Understanding Money and Markets tells you in clear, simple English.
Do you know how to spot trends in stocks?
And what stock options are?
And zero coupon bonds?
And the difference between Treasury bills and Treasury notes?
Everything you want to know about the sometimes baffling world of money and investing is in this remarkable 120-page book. And now it's yours free when you subscribe to the Wall Street Journal. Call now and you can have 13 weeks of the Wall Street Journal and this valuable 120-page Guide to Understanding Money and Markets. That's 13 weeks of the Journal for the news and ideas you need every business day. And this guide free, which tells you everything you want to know about money and markets, now for only $34. Call toll-free 800-642-7400. Today's Wall Street Journal. Faster, tougher, smarter. Call 800-642-7400 now.
I never saw you hit so well. I'm here in 3, you're here in 1. Ah, Bill.
How'd you do, Jack?
In 3, out in 3. What are you doing? You're playing your best golf, and every time I look up, you're staring at TV. Saturday cartoons make you so good?
It's a special Golf Digest instructional video. The Golf Digest schools pulled 10 instant golf lessons from their 10-cassette collection.
Graphics, instruction, real professional advice, 10 instant lessons?
A half hour of the best stuff for a golfer.
It's priceless.
It's free.
Free?
With my subscription to Golf Digest.
Get a full year of Golf Digest for $19.77. Call 800-348-3300 now and get our free half-hour instructional video with your paid subscription. Call 800-348-3300 now.
Dewey Ford's fall clearance sale is going on now. We need to make way for the new cars arriving daily, like the 1991 Escort LX with power steering, power brakes, rear defrost, and AM/FM stereo, only $73.90 plus freight. Or get a great deal on 1990 Taurus GLs with air conditioning, power windows, brakes, steering, cruise control, and much more, just $12,990 plus freight. Don't let these great deals slip away. It's fall clearance time at Dewey Ford, East 4th and Grand.
My name is Jesse Cordy, and what I'm going to tell you is real. On January 4th, 1987, a passenger train en route between Washington and New York collided with a freight train. In the trial that followed, the engineer admitted to having smoked marijuana and overlooking security measures. They say that marijuana doesn't hurt anyone. At this time, 16 people died. Among them, Laura Cordy, my wife.
Look behind the scenes of carnival life and meet the people who work them. Plus, learn tricks of the trade to increase your luck on games of chance. Great American Events, Friday night at 9 Eastern on ESPN.
Jim Kelly, Bob Murphy, Jim Colbert, Terry Deal, and all our ESPN golf team back with you for live first-round coverage of the Bell Atlantic St. Christopher's Classic, bunkered at 16, Lee Elder. And that for his par.
It lipped it out. It actually hit in the hole on the left-hand side. Just too hard to stay in.
Arnold Palmer, this was his second shot to the par 4 17th. And to within 5 feet of the flag for a birdie try. At 18, Bob Charles in the trees. This his fourth shot to the par 4 final hole. Birdied 17 to get it 1 under. And that remains for a bogey.
There are some trees in the driving area, Jim, on 18, which we will see as the tournament goes on really come into play. There's a big tree down the left side. There's a large fir on the right, and there are 3 bright cottonwoods in back of the firs that we can see on the left-hand side of your screen. There you see where the players have driven the ball. The tree I was referring to initially is the tree on the right where the marshal's walking.
There is only one roar like a Palmer roar. Get ready for it if this goes in.
If you can see in your screen almost that Arnie has put the shaft of the club up against his left arm, and it's helping him swing his shoulders and really hit the putt rather than think about a stroke. That played just a little too high. Arnie said this morning on the practice screen, he said, "How does that look to you, Murph?" I said, "Looks fine. I think it's a very good idea." He said, "It may last 1 hole or 2 or 6. You never know."
Off the lead, the man that's 3 under has a chance to go to 4 under his birdie try when we come back.
Hi. We're almond growers. We know many of you enjoy the great taste of barbecuing, which improves the flavor of everything, including almonds. A friendly word of advice: if you try to barbecue almonds, they're likely to fall through your grill. So we've barbecued them for you.
That's right. Absolutely.
You're welcome.
Blue Diamond almonds, now in barbecue and 7 other great tastes.
A can a week. That's all we ask.
Introducing the Freedom Zoom 90 from Minolta. When you can't get to the picture, its 90mm lens brings the picture to you. It's the only compact zoom with 5-beam autofocus, so even subjects that aren't centered come to you in perfect focus. The easy-to-use Zoom 90, newest of the Freedom cameras.
Only from the mind of Minolta.
As Nancy Walsh saves for her son's education, her savings and those of millions like her are invested in business. When business grows, our nation prospers and becomes more competitive in the world. which could open up a world of opportunities in the decade ahead. And who will be there seeking out those opportunities for you and Nancy Walsh? Merrill Lynch. We're bullish on the 90s.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jim Garner.
People keep telling me the world is getting smaller, that places like this are standing in the way of growth and progress. So, I was interested in a recent report that showed that air quality was improved and lower temperatures occurred when there were golf courses in metropolitan areas. The United States Golf Association has been spending $500,000 a year on research to develop grasses that require less water and less maintenance. You don't have to care about the environment to care about golf, but isn't it kind of nice to know they go hand in hand?
The preceding message was brought to you by the United States Golf Association Green Section, which says golf helps keep America beautiful.
Think golf. Chi-Li Discount Golf. Rated among the top 20 in the nation. Take a closer look at Chi-Li Discount Golf. Quality merchandise. The largest selection. And low, low prices. Chi-Li Discount Golf. Chosen to be champion.
At Cortez Dodge, our favorite part of golf is driving. Because now that we've got the two cars that beat the Hondas, we're going a long way. In a recent test, both the Dodge Spirit and Dodge Shadow were preferred over Honda Accord and Civic by 83 out of 100 drivers just like you. But we want you to take the test. You could save up to $3,000, which goes a long way. Stop at Cortez Dodge today and drive one.
Last year's tournament produced one of the most dramatic victories in the history of the tour. Can the excitement be matched? The Las Vegas Invitational. Complete 5-round coverage begins Wednesday live on ESPN.
Welcome back to the par 4 finishing hole. Larry Mower is at 2 over par, Miller Barber at even par, and our tournament leader Chi-Chi Rodriguez at 3 under. Also there, Jim Colbert.
Larry's going to have to hit a sand wedge. It's a very grassy lie. The ball's nestled down. Grass is pretty thick, a little bit damp. He'll have to pop it pretty good. It won't spin. It'll just run itself out. He'll probably carry it about 9 or 10 feet in the air. Let it run the last 15. Harder. He hit it a little heavy. Hit on the downslope. He got a great bouncer. He'd have been even shorter. Just typical mistake. I've done that a lot, Murph. He just quit on it.
You bet. You know, he told me an interesting thing this morning, that he puts his weight back on his right side on those kinds of chip shots. And I do the dead opposite, Jim Colbert. What about yourself?
Well, I do the dead opposite, too, for the very reason of the shot we just saw, because then your wrists get into the shot and start breaking before you hit it. And the club, when your right passes the left, the club actually grows. In other words, it gets longer.
Nobody asked me what I do with mine.
That's true.
We'll have to get you to show us, Jim.
Miller Barber, even par, 3 off the lead.
He'll give this a pretty good run. This will go just a little bit to his left.
And, of course, a lot of cash at stake at the end of the year for the RJR Cup. He's the all-around leader as well as...
Hit the tree and fell directly down.
For his 3 under 67 and the lead. Chi-Chi Rodriguez, who won here 2 years ago. And what do you do now, Cheech? Be careful.
He's got to figure that out. This is going to take some time.
The saber becomes a javelin. There's your leader. We'll come right back.
The
Honda lawnmower. It was first with a convenient blade brake clutch, with an automotive-type shaft drive, with an easy-starting overhead valve engine. It's the first mower good enough to be a Honda.
You know Bell Atlantic provides great phone service, but wait till you see what our data services can do. We're 1 billion bits of information per second that help keep industry working. Our data resources help keep the country running and the future bright. Everywhere you do business. We're doing more than just fun. We're Bell Atlantic.
This is the shop of Samsat Pasar, a thriving establishment on the outskirts of Bangkok. Unlike other international executives, he has no phone system, no computers, not even a fax machine. He does, however, enjoy one modern and efficient service nearly 4 billion people in more than 180 countries today can take for granted. UPS. We run the tightest ship in the shipping business.
The future holds unlimited possibilities. Some bleak, the best is yet to be. Some bright, opportunities to enjoy a more active retirement, to stretch our children's minds.
Open your computers, please.
To benefit from advanced technology. The choices we make now will write the future. Our vision can help you realize its promise. Merrill Lynch, we're bullish on the 90s.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arnold Palmer.
Well, just when you think you've seen everything, somebody will come up with a gimmick that is supposed to be a shortcut to better golf. Keeping the game fair for all players is one of the reasons the United States Golf Association was formed in 1894. The USGA spends hundreds of thousands of dollars every year testing clubs and balls to make sure they conform to the rules of golf. The USGA mechanical golfer, called the Iron Byron, hits more than 10,000 balls a year. The point of all this testing is to make sure that no golfer has an advantage because of his equipment. Having everybody play by the same rules is one of the things that makes golf such a great game. The USGA needs your help to keep it that way.
The preceding message was brought to you by the USGA.
Mary Brody won't feel the tiny lump in her breast for another 2 years, but she'll discover it tomorrow after her first mammogram, thanks in part to a new X-ray film created by DuPont that makes it safer to start mammography early. And for Mary, early detection means a 2-year head start on the rest of her life. At DuPont, we make the things that make a difference.
A lot of golf balls have come down the fairway, but only one remains the all-time performance favorite, the Titleist DT. Now comes the next level, a new DT with higher velocity windings for more distance off the tee. More than just extra spin, now extra distance is wound right in.
Hey, I know plumbing. I'm the one that connected these pipes. I know every inch of this sink, and I know when I'm stuck.
Well, Jerry, they don't make that setup anymore.
What?
But you can do it even better with the parts I've got here, and they'll last you a lot longer, too.
Yeah, I know every inch of this sink. But now, I know a little better.
You can do it with True Value Hardware stores.
Ladies and gentlemen, Arnold Palmer.
This tag belongs to someone special. That means this bag belongs to a golfer, not someone who just plays golf. The USGA means something to golfers. It means we care about protecting and preserving the game. Isn't it time you show you know the difference between being a golfer and just someone who plays golf? Call now to become a USGA associate.
Ba 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 the rubber rain. What do you think Mom's gonna do when we show up?
Hopefully she'll feed us.
It's good to see you, you know? It's been too long.
One day it could all come down to a few inches. For those few inches, it's good to know you have Goodyear tires.
I guess they're home. I miss you. I miss you too.
That's why we say the best tires in the world have Goodyear written all over them.
Okay, the 13th is 185 yards, right? Hit it stiff with a 5-iron.
Same swing, same clubs. I'm just hitting it far.
I got home in 2 on 16 from the blue tee. I didn't know I could hit a golf ball that far.
Ultra's exclusive 432 dimple computer design means added distance that can improve your game. Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.
So when we got to 18, I figured, what the heck? I can carry that water. I mean, I could feel it.
Did you know that only 1-800 service automatically covers you if something keeps you from getting calls? With AT&T, you're always protected by our 800 assurance policy. Within 1 hour, we can reroute 800 calls to any working phone at any other office, guaranteed. Reliability, another AT&T advantage. Call now for our special 800 offer.
Defending champion Bruce Crampton, golf legend Arnold Palmer, and super senior Chichi Rodriguez compete at the St. Christopher's Classic, Saturday and Sunday afternoon, live on ESPN.
Chichi Rodriguez, who won the 1989 Bob Jones Award, the highest honor given by the USGA, our leader by 1 over D. Ray Simon, who finished up early with a 268. By 1 over Orville Moody, who finished up a few minutes ago with that 268. And over Tommy Aaron, who's finishing up on the front side, who's currently at 200 par, and Mike Hill, who's coming into camera range right now. Don Bees also 2 shots off the lead, along with Jim Dent and Lee Elder. Miller Barber has finished at even par, along with Bob Charles and Walt Zimbrisky.
If you see a bearish future in the decade ahead, consider the changes sweeping the world and the opportunities they offer. Then, take another look. At Merrill Lynch, our strengths and insight can help you realize those opportunities. Merrill Lynch, we're bullish on the 90s.
Nothing moves you.
Cougar LS. It's sleek, like a cat. And its speed-sensitive steering gives it cat-like agility. You'll spend endless hours playing with it. In fact, this cat could become man's best friend. Cougar. All this and the quality of a Mercury.
Sharp. When I say sharp, I mean
business.
I mean
Technology on the cutting edge.
sharp.
Color technology, color scanners, printers, and copiers for high-impact presentation.
Sharp.
Laser fax technology, laser quick, laser clear.
I mean
microtechnology, the wizard, the electronic organizer. Information at your command.
I mean
Technology on the cutting edge.
when I say sharp, I mean business.
You need a fourth?
Well, not really. Let him hit. What's the difference?
The longest hitters hit the longest balls. Top Flight, the longest balls.
Pretty good, kid.
Top Flight Plus 2, the longest balls, have a 422 tri-dimple design and thin responsive cover, which means the longest balls perform at distances you wouldn't have thought possible. Top Flight Plus 2, the longest balls.
Under 2 miles of solid rock, under the beds of prehistoric seas, BP BP added millions of barrels of oil to American reserves last year with a new way of drilling, sideways. And that's a turn in the right direction. BP.
Speaking of Chi-Chi, he's with Jimmy.
Chi-Chi, congratulations. It's been a while since you've had the lead.
Yeah, Jimmy, I played extremely well today. I really could have had some round, but I didn't make the putts coming in, but I made a bunch of putts on the front nine, so everything caught up. That long putter is going to do me a lot of good, but I like to dedicate that round to my wife who's been sick in Hawaii with bronchitis. God bless her. I love her.
Yeah, Ivalani, that's from ESPN crew as well. Cheech, you said 10 feet before you started. In other words, 10 feet in the long putter, outside of that, the short putter. You stretched it a little on the last hole.
Yeah, well, that was about 10 feet. I figured, well, of course, I'm not in the real estate business,
Yeah,
Jimmy. So.
I'd like to buy some from you.
Yeah, yeah, but I putted extremely well, those short ones. See that last little putt I had? I don't think I could have handled it with the little putter because I was a little nervous. You know why I like that long putter, Jimmy? You know why I really like it? It's closest to the spot of my body, which is the greatest thing that I got. My hand and my putter gets close to my heart. And that's why I like it.
Well, your heart's close to a lot of people, including the kids.
Thank you, Jimmy. My heart is open for all the people. I love them all.
Okay, thanks, Cheech.
Thank you.
Back to you, Jim Kelly.
Chi-Chi's here. Ivalani's in Hawaii. Who's watering those plants back in Naples, Florida? Chi-Chi and Ivalani had us out to their house. What a beautiful home. And then this was the Devil's second shot at 15. And a lot of work, Bob Murphy, for his par.
Well, he left himself in a rather unenviable position there.
And he's just bogeyed, Terry, 14. You don't want two bogeys in a row.
No, he had a very difficult second shot. Left himself his putt here 22, 23 feet. Big left to right breaker. Hard putt. And he's knocked it through the break, running about 3 feet by.
This is ESPN, the Total Sports Network.